Hello, everyone, and welcome to my talk on checking in with yourself, the power of presence. In this talk, I will give you tips and tricks and show you steps on how to check in with yourself and create a safe space to hold yourself. So, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Nicole. And I have been on my own self discovery journey, learning to be in touch with my own emotions over the past few years, sitting with and overcoming a lot of bullying and abuse. I've also been a teacher in schools, dealing with helpless, well intentioned moms who only want the best for their children. My own journey has led me to create my own business, the Inner Glow Guide, and becoming certified as a practitioner in a powerful methodology integrating the trilogy of emotions, mind, and energy integration. I'll be giving you tips that combine the trio to manage your energy and create awareness. So I just want to preface this talk by saying that I will be talking about how checking in with yourself as a mom is particularly important as it then teaches kids how to manage their own big feelings and to name and recognize their own emotions. Checking in with yourself and managing your own energy is an essential first step to learning how to manage your own emotions and self regulate. So these tips are extremely valuable, even if you're not a mom. And if you just want tips on how to regulate yourself and manage your own energy. So checking in with yourself is an extremely essential skill to start creating awareness and to start holding a safe space for yourself. It's the first step to growth, basically, and to manifestation. So, I will be teaching you 4 steps to checking in with yourself. So, step number 1, just take a pause, take a deep breath, just feel your feet on the ground, look at your surroundings. Name a few things that you can see, hear, touch, smell, taste. Just take a moment to ground yourself. So that is step number 1. Just taking a deep breath and grounding into yourself. And if you have children, they will for sure trigger you because it's all just a mirror and reflection and feedback on where you need to do your own healing and feedback on what's coming up for you to be seen and released with love and compassion. So it is important that you learn how to pause, especially if you have kids who trigger you, before reacting and responding to them. And that leads me on to the second step, which is to name emotions. You can have a list of 10 emotions that are positive that you do want to feel. For example, gratitude, joy, pride, courage, bravery, happiness. And then you can have a list of negative emotions that you don't want to feel. It can be, for example, anger, disgust, sadness, disappointment, frustration, overwhelm, any of these emotions. You can take a moment to write it all down. And then you can, if you have to, you can set an alarm every hour, on the hour, and take 2 seconds to check in with yourself. Okay, how am I feeling now? And look at your list of emotions. When you've noticed that emotion and recognized that emotion, you can express gratitude for that feedback that you've gotten. You can express gratitude for both feeling a positive emotion and for feeling a negative emotion as well. Because, as I've mentioned, it's just feedback, it's just information showing you where you need to love yourself more. It's feedback telling you what you need to give more attention to. And maybe I also suggest rating the intensity of that emotion on a scale of 1 to 10. And then you can go, step number 3, you can go even deeper and connect to your own body. Where is that emotion showing up in your body? Does your body feel light or heavy? Do you feel the jitters? Do you feel anxious? Where are you feeling it? Are you feeling it in your gut, in your stomach, in your arms, in your hands? Do you feel that shoulder tension? Do you feel tired? Do you feel drained? Where is it showing up in your body? And in my free guide, there is an image that reminds you to check in with your body. Where are you feeling those bodily sensations when you notice that emotion? And then that leads me to step number 4. Reflect and respond. So, this is a great opportunity for you to connect to your own needs. Easier said than done, but with practice, it will become more natural. So, you can ask yourself, what is this emotion telling me? What do I need? Does my body need movement? Do I need rest? Do I need to stretch to release that emotion? I'm also a big believer in releasing emotions through movement. So, for example, do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to dance? Dancing, for me at least, brings me so much joy. And it's an amazing way to connect to my own emotions and to release what's inside of me, what needs to be moved through. I also love walking. That releases a lot of tension and stress for me. But this is all individual, and everyone needs to do what's best for them, needs to realize and maybe play around with what they like. Even journaling, that's great reflection. And I will be discussing some questions to further aid in self reflection, and they can be great journal prompts. Make sure to check out my landing page and download my 4 steps to checking in with yourself guide as a reminder of these steps, because you need to catch yourself over and over again. Repetition is the key to embodiment, and checking in with yourself is just the first step to creating awareness. Let me tell you some of my favorite questions to also ask yourself during check ins. As I've mentioned, they're extremely useful as a journal prompt. So you can ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? Am I reliving the past? Am I worried about the future? What do I think is going to happen? And my favorite question, is this even mine? We are so conditioned by society, by expectations, by others, and we're all in this bowl of like energetic soup. So if we don't learn how to check in with our own energy, we can easily absorb other people's energy. So it's so important to ask ourselves if what you're feeling is even yours, or is it picked up by someone that you've recently interacted with. Maybe it can be family, it can be friends. We are all interconnected energetically, so it's extremely easy to pick up on other people's emotions. So, this is one of my favorite questions. And I'll be doing a live mini series on each of these questions, going through each of these questions in further depth in my Facebook group. So please make sure to check that out as well. And so, why is it important to follow these steps? Well, these are the steps to follow to find your own inner glow, getting to know yourself and your own energetic baseline. It's also the very first step in creating an emotionally safe home for your kids, holding a safe space for them because you've learned to check in with yourself and make yourself feel seen and hold space for yourself first. And I would love to thank you very much for listening to my talk. I hope you enjoyed it and that you got a lot of value from this talk. And please make sure to check out my Facebook and my landing page. And please make sure to download my free guide. Thank you very much.